Hi, my name's Will. You might remember me from such things as TCG Foil Finds over on TikTok and Shrouded Fable's #1 fan. For everyone who asked for a face reveal, well, here it is. This is our first video on our YouTube channel. Today's two topics we're going to be speaking about is Destined Rival singles firstly, and not necessarily my predictions, but my thoughts on where they might end up. Secondly, Black Bolt and White Flare. Firstly, let's talk about Destined Rivals. Everybody absolutely loves that set. I think you'll be lying if you say you don't. It is the cherry on top of the Scarlet and Violet era. Especially now that we know it's starting to come to an end, I just think just almost a perfect send-off. I know we've still got a couple more sets to go. In my eyes, I don't see him getting much better than this. It is a flash of Gym Challenge, Gym Heroes, with the old Team Rocket sets. So, my views on the cards. I'm not going to talk about sealed booster boxes, ETBs, triple blisters, whether you should be keeping them, whether you should be flipping them now. That's not what this channel is about. I'm just going to be giving you my raw and honest opinion on the cards today. My favourite from the set is Cynthia's Garchomp, the SIR. It's an absolutely gorgeous card. People are fans of Cynthia. I'm not a massive fan of Cynthia. That card absolutely blows it out of the water for me. Also a massive fan of the Nidoking SIR. I think that is absolutely brilliant. The artwork is, we haven't seen much like that before. Where I think the cards might settle, we're seeing the Team Rocket Mewtwo SIR going some silly numbers, especially earlier on. I don't see this sitting as the top card. I think the top card overall will become Cynthia's Garchomp. This is just what I think. Not a prediction. I'm not telling you to go out and buy it. Helps it's my favourite card, so I might be being a little bit biased. In at the number 2 spot, I think Team Rocket's Moltres will take that place eventually. Absolutely gorgeous card again. It follows the artwork in the set. It's a very different style. Pokemon have not been brave. They don't have to be brave because all you suckers will buy it anyway. But they've been inventive. It's a little bit different. Thirdly, I think the Mewtwo will settle as the third top card. I really don't like the card. I think it's a little bit basic, especially compared to the other artwork in the set. I think you could take the Raticate and put it up to that Mewtwo SIR, and I think the Raticate blows it out of the water. That's just, my opinion. I know I said I wouldn't talk about sealed, but just a little note to people who are getting a little bit of FOMO. Most of you probably have at least opened a pack list, whether that be you, or Rick and Chip are doing it, like me, for you. If you haven't, or if you are really struggling to find a set, don't worry. I really believe it'll be exactly like Journey Together. I think it'll be everywhere in a month's time. Just hang on. You will be able to master your set. The second agenda of the day is Black Bolt and White Flare. A set, if you watch me over on our TikTok, I'm not exactly massively excited for. I'm not a massive fan of Gen 5. The starters are kind of naff. Snivy, Tepig, and Oshawott. 3 of them have never really spoken out to me before. They're okay, especially considering some of the newer designs. But on a whole, I'm not a fan. The thing that does get me excited for this set, and I think it gets a lot of people excited for this set, is the amount of IRs, the amount of SIRs, and then the new monochrome cards. Zekrom, pure black. Reshiram, pure white. Victini, pure red. Now I think there's such a fresh take on Pokemon cards. We haven't had a design like that. Something completely new, and I think it is something to be excited about. The Pokemon are still willing to experiment. Now, the other thing that I really like about this set, it's like opening packs from the black and white era. The holos have almost got like the barcodey holo. Holos look really good again. Talking about the IRs and SIRs, my favourites from the sets are in Black Bolt, it is the Sandile IR, the Emolga IR, and the Amoonguss IR. Now, I think the art on these 3 are incredible. I've always quite liked Emolga. I think it's a really cute Pokemon. Sandile, funny enough, became one of my favourites, just as a Pokemon in general. Playing through the latest Scarlet and Violet game, I caught one quite early on, and I mained him all the way along. I even gave him an Everstone because I just thought he was really cute. And then Amoonguss, again, I really like Foongus. And then the Amoonguss card is really cool. Like sort of wading through and, with the other little Amoongusses. I think it's really cool. So I've just talked about my Black Bolt favourites. Now I'm going to talk about my White Flare favourites. Is the Galvantula, the Bravery, and the Hydreigon. Now I think these 3 cards just look amazing. The Bravery, I don't know what it is about it I love. I think it just screams USA, and I think it's kind of cool. The Galvantula, I've always loved tarantulas and spiders and arachnids, and I I think it's a really, really cool fresh take. You know, him sat in his web. I think it's really, really, really cool. And then the Hydreigon. Really dislike that Pokemon on the whole. Do you know, it's the only SAR in the set that I've listed as my top 3. I hate its pre-evolution, Zweilous. I don't even like Hydreigon really as a Pokemon, but I just think that SAR really stands out. Those are my top 6, but top 3 from each set favourite cards. Now let's talk about the only issue with God Packs. Is weigh-in packs going to be a problem again? Are we going to see stuff like we did in Prismatic Evolutions, where you had certain sellers weighing through their pack, removing anything, especially the Japanese and Korean side of stuff? It's just something to keep in mind, a little bit of food for thought. I've spoken about what I'm excited for in a set. I'm going to go to what's making me not like the set. Not be overly hyping it. That is one thing I cannot stand, is hype beasts, driving up prices on everything. So, the thing I'm really not excited for is Gen 5. It's kind of a mid-gen. Like I said earlier, the starters are naff. Snivy. Tepig. Do you know what? Tepig is the only one, in my opinion, that has stayed relevant. Emboar is a brilliant final evolution. He's the saving grace of the Generation 5 starters. The issue with Gen 5 is hyping up your Zoroarks. Stuff like that has had a ripple effect on people's view on Pokemon. No, I'm going to go way too out there now. Well, thank you guys for watching this video. We will be trying to upload at least once a week. You can always catch us on our TikTok. We're there pretty much every day. Ripping, shipping, talking, just making videos. You can also visit our store, which will be there. Our TikTok again, which will be there. Thank you again, and I hope people that wanted to see my face are now happy. It was a bit of a weird request everyone kept asking me. I'll speak to you all guys later.